Most entrepreneurs think they fail because their product isn't good enough or because there's too much competition in the market. But here's what's crazy. 82% of small online businesses actually fail because they simply run out of cash. And more specifically, they run out at the wrong time. Think about it. You could have an amazing product that people love, but if you can't pay your suppliers or cover unexpected expenses when they are due, your business can collapse overnight. It happens all the time to smart, hardworking entrepreneurs. This isn't just about having money in the bank. It's about knowing exactly when cash is coming in and going out, and most importantly, how much cash. Without this visibility, you're essentially flying blind with your business finances. That's why mastering cash flow isn't just some boring accounting task. It's literally the difference between building a thriving business or becoming another sad statistic. So let's talk about who needs this information the most. If you're running an online store and constantly worrying about having enough money to restock inventory or pay your bills, this is for you. Maybe you've experienced that stomach dropping moment when a big expense pops up out of nowhere. Or perhaps you're doing well, but want to make sure you're prepared for growth without running into cash problems. The good news is that proactive cash management isn't rocket science. It's a learnable skill that puts you in control. And unlike many business challenges, this one has clear solutions that work regardless of what you sell. So let's shift gears and talk about this new approach to online retail and what it really means. Cash flow mastery requires a fundamental change in how you operate your business day to day. Instead of just focusing on marketing and sales, you really need equal attention on your money movement patterns. This means setting up systems to track exactly when money comes in and goes out, and not just looking at your bank balance once a month. You'll need to develop forecasting skills to predict cash needs before they become emergencies. Think of it as developing a sixth sense about your business finances, one that alerts you to problems while there's still time to fix them. Today, we will cover the foundation of great cash flow. In another post, we're going to go ahead and cover some of the more strategic elements of mastering cash flow. But today, we're going to cover the foundation. And the key to the foundation is establishing a streamlined, cohesive, accurate, and timely wealth of personalized business awareness. This awareness will give you the superpowers when it comes to predicting how much cash you need, when you need it, and most importantly, knowing how you are going to get it. So, to establish this foundation, you really need two key things. The first is a unified view across all of your sales channels, all of your warehouses, and all of your fulfillment operations. Not only do you need this to be a very consolidated and cohesive view, but you also need it fast, which means you need it streamlined. The streamline and thus your speed boils down to how your automation and integration takes place, your information automation and integration. I covered a lot of this when we went over the Holy Grail, AKA best tech stack for online sellers a week ago. If you missed it, check it out on our page. But as a summary recap, if you're selling on Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, Walmart, the last thing you want is to piece together fragmented reports that never agree with each other. There is a software out there that pulls in your data from all your sales channels into this one clean, consolidated view. I covered that in our Holy Grail tech stack presentation. You can see sales, returns, fees, ad spend, all in one place. It's like going from driving in a foggy storm to having crystal clear GPS with traffic updates. So no more, I think we did well this week. You will know exactly where you stand every single day. There is also a software that I covered last week that pulls in all the inventory stored across all your channels, aka your 3PLs, your Amazon FBA, your own warehouse, etc. This inventory software consolidates and provides a real-time depiction of how much inventory you have, and most importantly, where and when you need to reorder. Lastly, you need to know your fulfillment status across all your fulfillment channels. This is key to tax strategies that we mentioned in our last post that helps you save on tax dollars. It also assists with great cash flow timing, as it ultimately impacts revenue stream as well as reorder points. With a unified and cohesive picture in place, spotting out the cash you will need is easy as looking at a real-time cash monitoring dashboard. Which leads me to the next essential best practice for optimal cash flow, which is rolling forecasts and scenario planning. Rolling forecasts and scenario planning is where we stop reacting and start anticipating, because what good is knowing where you stand today if you can't see what's coming around the corner? So let's break this down into 3 super practical tools that top performing online sellers use. First is the short cycle rolling forecast. Forget the old school set it and forget it annual budgets. In e-commerce, things move fast and your forecasts need to keep up. We use short 13-week rolling forecasts. That's 3 months. It's far enough to plan, but close enough in to be real. Every week, you roll the forecast forward, updating your assumptions with fresh data. It's like having Google Maps reroute you the moment there's a traffic jam. So instead of getting blindsided by a cash crunch, you see it forming 4 to 6 weeks ahead, and you could do something about it. This is how online businesses stop feeling surprised and start feeling strategic and in control. The second best practice is related to seasonality and channel-specific scenarios. Look, your July doesn't look like your November, and your Shopify store doesn't behave like your Amazon storefront. That's why you need cash flow plans that respect seasonality and channel behavior. Maybe your summer is slow, but your Q4 explodes. Or maybe Prime Day sends your Amazon payments through the roof, while Shopify chugs along at a steady pace. Your forecast should break down each major channel and season, so you're not averaging your way into bad decisions. Because when you treat a roller coaster like a flat road, you're gonna crash. Last but not least is driver-based modeling. This is where it gets fun and powerful. Driver-based modeling means linking your forecast to the actual thing that moves your business. So instead of guessing, you tie cash flow projections to real variables like ad spend or average order value or inventory turnover or conversion rates. To know what happens if you increase your Facebook ads by 20%, plug it in, see how it impacts cash flow over the next 60 days. Want to see what happens when tariffs go up in the next 2 weeks? Model it, prepare for it, and make moves now, not later. It's like building a financial time machine for your business. With just these tools, rolling forecasts, channel-specific planning, and driver-based models, you move from guessing and stressing to steering and scaling. And the best part, you don't need to be a CFO to do this. You just need the right structure and a little consistency. Next week, we will continue with cash flow optimization. I'll show you the final and honestly most overlooked cash control strategy. It's called cash cushion funding models. We'll talk about how to build cash reserves the smart way, so you're not relying on high interest credit cards or panic loans when things get tight. Let's make sure your future cash flow isn't just predicted, but protected. Stick with me. Next week, this next piece might just change the way you sleep at night.